is wild to me. See, I got some new homies in the background. The Supreme Hater Dio, Straw Hat Luffy, Egghead Island. I went to Comic Con yesterday. Nah, I mean, got me a little something, something. I wanted to get some. I'm gonna start collecting figurines. I decided. So I got that. Also caught me the first issue of Black Sands. I've been hearing about this and seeing like stuff about it. So I saw the booth. I was like, let me get something from there. Shout out to Two Land Comics. What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all. I'm waiting to hear from y'all in the comments. What's going on? Y'all here? Y'all at Comic Con? Cause I know there's a lot of nerds in here, so y'all might be at Comic Con. I only went yesterday. I didn't want to go today. It was super duper rainy too in New York, so wasn't feeling like the best choice today. What's going on? How you feeling? I don't see no. I see people in here, but I don't see no chats. What's up? Let me know who in the building. Ah, hurt my foot and shit. Also, we here to talk about the Final Destination. So Imagine. So hopefully I saw it. And not just the Final Destination, So Imagine. I did Tales from the Hood. It was a surprise. Because when I put it together, what up, Mike again? What up, Alex Clockwork Orange 1? Yeah, I said your whole name, son. The whole name, son. But yeah, I did the Tales from the Hood one because I was like, once I did Final Destination, I know I couldn't monetize it. I was like, this one is fun just because it's fun. I was like, let me give y'all a little extra one. And I think the point for the Tales from the Hood one is that we'll do one every week. Or we'll drop, the plan is to drop 4 of them. We'll drop 3 and then drop the full one as one whole video. And I might add songs to each part, but we'll see. What's up, Master Magnetism? What up? What up, homie? What up, Master Magnetism? Always in the building. Shout out to you. Mike again, just for Kyle Bacon, Final Destination 2. Yo, I ain't gonna justice. I know, right? I feel like he almost made it, son. They almost beat death. Well, the last 2 beat death, but I feel like the cop should have died too. You were really rolling this week, Master Mac. Yeah. And also, if y'all don't know, I just set up on my page for this week the another 80s compilation. It's a Filmation compilation. It's gonna drop, I think, tomorrow night at 6. But it has 2 episodes of He-Man. And you would only see those if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram. But I haven't dropped them all. Just 2 episodes of Brave Star and 2 episodes of Flash Gordon, the Flash Gordon cartoon from the 80s. And that is all Filmation. And then there's a rap at the end. All right, where we at? So Imagine. Just got home from the gym. So Busta Rhymes voice. That's a fact. What up, Gary Tyndall with your whole ass? Black Guy Tonight. It's alive. I'm not doing that stupid ass movie, bro. My Black Guy Tonight wants me to do this silly ass movie from the 70s called It's Alive with a Killer Baby. I'm not doing that. It's probably hilarious, but I'm not doing it. I forgot Candyman was in the movie. That's a fact, bro. Candyman was definitely in that movie. He's in all of those movies. He shows up. And if y'all seen Final Destination Bloodlines, that one is really good, even though I don't like the ending, but hope you had fun at NYCC, homie. It was cool. I feel like NYCC when I was younger used to be like a really cool thing for nerds, and it's become so pop culture-y that it's like it's still fun, but it's not like it used to be. And I didn't see a whole lot of things. I mean, I got these, and that was cool. But I didn't see a whole lot of things I was really excited about, to be honest, this year. I wish they would have some of the fighting games I've been hearing about, like that whatchamacallit. Because I remember you used to go there, you could play the fighting games before they came out. They had Little Nightmares 3 there, but Little Nightmares 3 is already out. I downloaded it, so I'm like, this is not exciting. Hope you had, yeah. Didn't you steal out of Walmart, Baki Hanma? Oh, this is another troll. Thank y'all for showing up, though. I'm glad you're here. Just finished chefing it up, about to rewatch all So Imagine long videos. It's the perfect day here in NYC. Unbalanced Perfection. Use a G for that. That's a lot of hours of videos. I think if you put on a playlist of all the So Imagine videos, that's at least 8 hours. No, it's more than 8 hours. Cause no, I'm bugging. Each of them are like 10 minutes. It's probably like 2-3 hours, maybe. Some of them are a little bit over 10 minutes. Not even Kratos could escape death in that one. Yo, the thing about me, Caveman 79, I've been good, man. I can't really complain. I'm out here living, enjoying life. But yeah, man. Michael Malone. I like Bloodlines a lot, but I wonder if that's the last one they'll do now. See, the thing about Bloodlines is I don't really love horror movies that end like that. And I just was kind of like, oh, okay, I get it, but I mean, I get that happens in a lot of the Final Destination movies, but I enjoyed the movie. I didn't like the ending. 2 was my favorite one. But with that being said, and we talked about this before on live, but I'm back at it, yo. Death was really Wile E. Coyote and niggas to death, yo. He was really like, you know the little videos that you see like on social media, and it'd be like somebody will hit the ball and it'll drop this way and it'll go through this and then knock the dominoes over and then it go. That's what he was doing to niggas. He was doing that to people to death. He like, yo, if I drop, so this was gonna happen. The potatoes gonna fall off of the thing in the supermarket, then it's gonna roll and it's gonna hit the lady's foot and she gonna jump up and then she gonna pull a cart up and the cart gonna go in the air and then the top of the can gonna be open and that's gonna fly up in the air and then it's gonna go up in the air really fast. It'll come back down and cut homie in half. I'm like, how did you put that together, bro? Death was putting together some extravagant traps for cats, bro. Studying Looney Tunes like this is how you're supposed to do it. Schmicking, what's your opinion on grass? I don't know what that means, bro. New York Comic Con is not John Blaze like it used to be. Nah, I remember going to Comic Con when I was a kid, and that shit was an experience. I mean, but back when I was a kid, it was Comic Con. It was like mostly about comics. But I feel like now it's just pop culture. It says Comic Con, and you can still find people who make comics and stuff. But it ain't really about the comics, comic culture. It's like pop culture now. Def was having a highlight reel. That's a fact. Def was bugging out on those movies for no reason. Ridiculously. Rube Goldberg machines. That's a fact, bro. Like Pee Wee making his morning breakfast. That's a fact, yo. Your man Def had the Pee Wee morning breakfast contraption. Yo, your man Def had the contraptions like dude's father from Gremlins. He had the inventions for niggas. He had the inventions of doom, yo. He was finishing people with the Home Alone traps. And the funny thing is, like, I would love to see Imagine about Innocent Blood or The Long Kiss Goodnight. Which one? I feel like y'all told me about Innocent Blood before, but I know is that a vampire movie, Innocent Blood, Alex Clockwork Orange? It sounds like a vampire movie. The Long Kiss Goodnight I've never seen. I know what it is though. That's what the woman that had mad gums, Gina Davis. Gina Davis. I wonder what happened to Gina Davis. Did she be in movies like that no more? I don't see Gina Davis in them. Oh, regular reminder. The stuff I do here is the stuff I do here, and I monetize mostly, but not all the time. And especially the Final Destinations video, I couldn't get any monetization on it. So if y'all can and y'all want to like support the channel, the easiest way you could do it is to just keep running my videos over and over again. Or you could do both. You could do that, and you can also, there's a super like button up there with a star in it. If you want to send me anything, it could be $2. It could be 30. It's ultimately up to you, but that's helpful every month. Like when I get those, that's very helpful. So whichever works for y'all, that's what y'all could do. But I'm obliged to always remind y'all that these are things you can do to help my channel. I would love to see, yes, Gina is still active. What's the last thing Gina Davis been in? Also, had you sounding like a sportscaster during the halftime report, yo, I was super excited. What's your favorite part of the Final Destination? So Imagine though. Like, what do you think is the best joke in there? Cause I think for the Chucky one, the best joke was the Shannon Sharp joke. But for the Final Destination, I don't know because I feel like all of those contraptions, the way he, first of all, the way he put together the death trap when Shorty got hit with the airbag to the spike, and then she dropped the cigarette, which lit the fire that blew up the news van, which cut dude in half. What? What are we talking about here? Highlight reel. You know what I'm talking about? What are we talking about? We talking about practice? Man, Def wasn't playing with these dudes. T.C. Carson did the voice of Kratos in the first 3 God of War games. That's why I chuckled when I saw him in that movie. See, I didn't realize that he did the voice of Kratos. I think it was somebody else. I also feel like Kratos should have been black. I feel like they were kind of playing us with that. I'm like, Kratos should have always been black. He sounded like a black dude. He kind of looked like a black dude in the original game. I'm like, why are we making this dude? In the newer games, he doesn't as much. But in the old games, I'm like, this is clearly a black dude. But they didn't want to do that. Gina being TV shows now. I wonder what TV shows she been in, because I ain't seen her in those shows with them gums. Them gums is out there. The rap when you got to the part where the coke scene died. With a coke scene. Oh yeah. Oh, also, did y'all see the Final Destination rap? I made a some of these songs, because I've been using commercial instrumentals, I don't want to get well, I could have did it for that because I was gonna get demonetized anyway. But I put it separate. So the song for the Final Destination So Imagine is on my page, and it's also in the pinned comment in the video. So if y'all want to see it, y'all can go there for it. Gina's most recent role on IMDb was a spy thriller called Ava in 2020 with Jessica Chastain. Oh, I saw that movie. That was when Jessica Chastain had to kill them dudes because they played her. Def was definitely whipping a brick on them kills, B. That's a fact. Def was going crazy, yo. Gary Tyndall, West Wing. Oh, she's on West Wing? Okay. Both voice actors who do Kratos are black. The aforementioned T.C. Carson and Christopher Judge. Yeah, that's the shit that bugs me out. I'm like, why don't they just... But whatever. Final Destination 2 is the best. I feel every movie since has been trying to compete with deaths in Final Destination 2. Final Destination 2 definitely had the best deaths and the best misdirects. Well, Final Destination 3 had some good deaths. Was Final Destination 3 the one where the dude got hit with the he got like nailed himself to death? Final Destination 3 has some alright deaths. Final Destination Bloodlines has some really good deaths, even though that one death with the dude in the machine with the metal was crazy. Why that shit wouldn't have just ripped out his body, I don't understand. Gina Davis was the first woman TV show president. I think the name was Madam President, but she'll always be Charlie Baltimore. Charlie Baltimore was like, she was like a spy or something like that, right? What's up? Oh, the awkward black girl, what's up? We back. What's up? Hope you had a good weekend. So happy you finally did Final Destination 2. Yep. And guess what's happening? Can y'all guess which horror movie I'm doing next weekend? I'm gonna do another Tales from the Hood. I'm gonna do another one of those stories. But I bet you I can't guess what horror movie I'm doing next weekend. I already wrote it. I just gotta record it. My favorite bars from the song was The Apartment Death and the barbecue bar about the girl from the first movie. That's a fact, yo. That's a fact. Def had to get her. They couldn't let her rock. Was 5 the one where it turns out it happened before the first one? I don't know. I never saw Final Destination 5. I never saw 5. 4 was the one with the black dude was like working out and then the thing came down and smashed his head. That one I remember. But I saw that. I didn't see that in the movies. 3, I think I saw in the movie. No. I don't remember seeing 3 in the movies neither. I saw 3. 2 was the one I saw in the movies. I never saw 1 in the movies. But 2, that's a classic horror movie. Did you see The Monkey? And if yes, what did you think about it? The Monkey is that Stephen King. First of all, let me tell y'all something. If your show or your movie says written by Stephen King, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch it. Because Stephen King don't have no misses to me. Even if the story is not the, if it's Stephen King, you gonna get some creepiness. You gonna get something interesting at least. So yes, I watched the monkey. That's the one with the little toy that when it plays the thing, somebody dies, and then it was twin brothers, and one of the twin brothers was trying to. Yeah, I seen that movie. I thought it was. I watched it. I watched it at home when it was. I forget where I watched. I might have watched it on HBO Max. That movie was silly as hell, but it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. I thought it was. The ending was hilarious to me. I thought it was good though. Adam Kangaroo. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. If that's what you want, bro, that's what you want. Black guy tonight, I can guess. So imagine you're Clarence. Wrong Clarence. That's a fact, yo. Wrong Clarence, B. Yo, so Tales from the Hood, I haven't watched in a long time. And the funniest thing about Tales from the Hood is that some when I dropped it on Instagram, people were like, "This movie still scares me." There's nothing scary about that movie at all to me. Like, that movie does not scare me at all. I feel like that movie only should scare you if you're a terrible person. Because I feel like those monsters weren't picking on good people. So it was like, okay. Um. So Master of Magnetism said Fright Night. No, it's not Fright Night. Awkward Blurred Girl. Yeah, 5 ended with them on the plane as the first movie. Okay. Oh, 5 was before the first movie, and then those people got on a plane and they died, but the people got off, and that's interesting. Now I want to watch 5. Yeah, 5 was the prequel to the first one. Now I want to see that. Andres Martinez. The original was Monkey Shine, Booty Shorts. Oh, I did Monkey Shine, actually. I did Monkey Shine. Monkey Shine is hilarious. This is a stupid ass movie, but it's fun. Dude was a paraplegic. He figured it out, though. Christine Zine Garces. Garces? Am I saying that right? Fact. Ed, Cowgirls got beat again. Oh, y'all talking about the football? Best of luck to you in the future, Faith Warrior. Okay, I don't know what's going on. What's up, Kristen Zine? Crazy K is the scariest aspect of that movie. What are you talking about? What's Crazy K? What are we talking about? Alex Clockwork Orange. Gary Tyndall, Dracula fondly? Nope, not Dracula. Taco Bell charges 25 cents for extra hot sauce. Sometimes the trolls be funny because y'all just be coming in and saying stupid shit. The Awkward Blurred Girl. You should do People Under the Stairs. People been asking me about People Under the Stairs. I've never watched that movie ever. Is that a horror movie though? Like, is that a horror movie? You seen Death by Temptation? Nah, what's that, Eric Tillman? Tell me about it. Yes, you said that my name correct. Thank you. Okay, I'm just being sure. So the movie, y'all got any more guesses? Because remember I told y'all I had a lot of movies that I wanted to do for the Halloween month. And Tales from the Hood, I realized I was thinking about that. I was like, well, actually, because it's separate stories. Because I was actually, so here's the thing. I was trying to do Tales from the Crypt. And I was trying to do another one called Tales from the Dark Side or something like that. And I couldn't find, it was mad difficult to find those episodes. So I was like, you know what? I haven't watched Tales from the Hood in a while. I was like, let me watch Tales from the Hood. And then I realized because the movies, he tells different stories, I can do them in parts and then put them together. So that was the whole point. 80s horror flick. But what's it about, bro? You said it's an 80s horror flick, but what's it about? Master of Magnetism, Blackula. Maybe I'm, how long is Blackula? Pause. Andres Martinez, Leprechaun in the Hood. Bingo, you got it. Do you have a sword by death? Do you have a sword, death by temptation? What? My favorite death from Tales from the Hood was when the PR consultant for David Duke fell down the stairs. I didn't even get to that one. I watched the first two, and I was about to watch the one with the little voodoo dolls. That was the next one. But yeah, Leprechaun in the Hood is some funny shit. But y'all already know. And I don't want to. I feel like sometimes I started talking about the movies I want to do too early, and then when it's time to talk about the actual movie, I'm like, I done talked about this already. So I'm gonna save my commentary on Leprechaun in the Hood for after it drops. But that's the next one that we're working on. And then there'll be more Tales from the Hood. The next Tales from the Hood story is the guy that gets twisted. He turns in the with David Allen Greer. That's the next one. Excuse me. You gotta pay me to watch Blackula again. What are you talking about? Isn't Blackula's a classic? What are you talking about, bro? Sorry, I'm doing the voice thing and it's really wonky. Oh, you doing voice to text? Voice to text, bro. It be like that sometimes. But yeah, I mean, so here's the thing: there's so many movies that people ask for Halloween, and I can't get to them all. Like I want to do Fright Night, but I did Lost Boys recently, and I feel like Blackula would be fun. I'm gonna go find it, but I think that I'm probably gonna do Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I have to watch it to make sure, because it's not a short movie. So I think the next one I might do is The last one for the month is either gonna be Bram Stoker's Dracula or Jaws. So that's where I'm at with it. I wanted to do The Nightmare Before Christmas, but Black Guy Tonight said I need to wait on that one to before Christmas, and I might do a special one just for Halloween. So I think for the day of Halloween, maybe I have an extra one. I'm not sure, but I'm like, if I did a movie for Halloween, what should that be? Also, Donald Tillery, appreciate you for the $10, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Need that, man. That's how we continue to get. That shit helps. Um, Michael Malone. After hearing the news about Diane Keaton yesterday, I had to rewatch The Godfather. Maybe a top 10 film? Of course. Godfather is a classic, bro. They did my man Sonny dirty, but he did it to himself. Niggas tried to tell him he was doing too much. The Awkward Black Girl. Nightmare Before Christmas would be perfect after Thanksgiving. Well, I wanted to do it the day before Christmas, actually. But the thing about the Nightmare Before Christmas, I know I can't monetize that. There's no way I'm gonna be able to monetize that. If I could monetize that, I'd be shocked. But there's no way they're gonna let me monetize that video. What? So that's something that I'm just gonna put out for y'all. Or maybe I'll do it on Patreon. I don't know. Where do you rank FD as a series? FD, what are we talking about? Final Destination. Where do I rank it as a horror series? Damn, I don't know. Like, I Final Destination as a horror series got to be top 10, just because there hasn't been a lot of bad ones, and it always works. Like they always find new creative ways to kill some. I'm like, who's writing the scripts to come up with the contraptions that make people die? Is crazy to me. Like I forget what movie it was when the girls died in the sauna. That one was crazy. I'm like, yo, did you have to do them that dirty though? Death is crazy. I'm like, he's doing people real dirty with some of them deaths. Um, 90s Superman trunks hoodie. Oh, this is the drawers on the outside. I haven't done it. You know what? I got to do some more Supermans. I haven't done the Superman So Imagine in mad long. So maybe I need to go back to Superman. I got to go back to Bad Boy Terry McGinnis. I did one recently on my Instagram, but then I got to watch more episodes to do a full, you know what I mean? Um, Drawers on the outside with drawers on the outside. That's hilarious, yo. Eric Tillman, your cartoon series of fire. Appreciate you, yo. I feel like they don't get as much views as I would like them to. Especially like the 80s, the one I'm about to drop with Brave Star, Flash Gordon, and He-Man, I think to me is hilarious. It was gonna have Thundercats in it, but I realized I wanted to separate the 81. Michael Malone, appreciate you, brother. Final Destination and Starscream are both very strong contenders for top horror. Oh, and Scream, top horror franchises, at least in the past 30 years. So, you know what? Let's talk about it. We in Halloween. Appreciate you, Michael Malone, for the $25. Appreciate you. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Top five horror movie franchises. Death by Temptation synopsis. A divinity student must fight a succubus killing men in NYC. I'm surprised you didn't see it. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. That sounds like a lot of fun to watch. That sounds like a lot of fun to watch. I might try and find that. So, top five horror franchises. So, what is our criteria for putting a movie there, right? What up, Brennan Mac? Hi to you as well. What's our criteria? I'm pretty sure it was a director of Looney Tunes who came up with those deaths. That's a fact. Those deaths are very Looney Tunesy, very Wile E. Coyote-esque. Um, what's the criteria? Are we saying how many movies and how many good movies? Because if we're talking about the most popular ones, you got Halloween, you got Friday the 13th, you got Nightmare on Elm Street, you got Chucky. Like those are the popular ones. But how many of those movies were good? Like if we're talking about after popularity, like how many movies continue to be good and how many like if we looking at that, got a nice set of divinity student whose faith is being tested. I'm about to look that movie up now. Gotta have at least 3 movies in the series. Yeah, gotta have at least 3 movies in the series, and they have to. I feel like they can't have a bunch of trash movies. Like Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy is one of the most popular horror movie guys of all time. Not top five horror franchise for me. If we're just talking about like succession of movies, like the first Nightmare on Elm Street was good. I think I feel like the second one was good. The third one, he was fighting niggas in their dreams, right? I think that was whatever. They done too many Halloweens for me. I think Final Destination is up there because there's not really a I don't is there a bad Final Destination movie? Because I'm trying to think like I don't remember watching a Final Destination movie and be like that was a waste of time. I've watched Jason. Jason was in space, bro. That alone like disqualifies the franchise. I would put Scream in there too. And I'm not even a big fan of Scream, but if we talk about horror franchises, I feel like Scream has consistently had movies and they've consistently been decent at least. And they've had remakes like Scream. Like, come on, bro. I would. I know what you did last summer is a sleeper, but I wouldn't put that in there. Leprechaun got some trash movies, but we can't stop watching them. I mean, I think the thing with horror franchises is hard to keep a horror franchise going because they do stupid shit a lot of times. Like Michael Myers should be dead. Why does he keep coming back? Why do we keep dealing with him? Jeepers Creepers is one to think about, but no. The first movie was good. The second movie I liked. Third movie I watched the other day. That shit was awful, and I never seen the fourth one. Um, Child's Play is high key. You know what I mean? Chucky, bro. Like Chucky is an icon. I think the writers of Final Destination were using your intro for deaf ideas. So imagine this deaf. That's a fact. I think even if there's some weak ones, they all have to be about the same thing. Like Final Destination is about cheating death, and the rest of the Scream movies are about the first movie. Yeah, I can see that. Freddy is the first horror protagonist with the one-liners. That's a fact. Freddy. I mean, I probably should. You know what? Maybe I need to give y'all Nightmare on Elm Street for Halloween Day. Let's see. We gotta count Jason, man. I don't want to count Jason though. Movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th aren't horror movies. They're slasher flicks. But that's still horror though. I feel like the slasher flicks are like genres under horror. So all right, so let's say this. Let's say we separate it. We like horror movies with supernatural protagonists. So if we do horror movies with supernatural protagonists, I would say the franchises would be Final Destination. I would say you gotta put Child's Play in there because Chucky, even though he should have been dead after the first one, he kept coming back. He had one-liners too. You got Nightmare on Elm Street. And then I'm trying to think what's a horror franchise I'm not thinking about. You got Nightmare on Elm Street. Then you got to put Friday the 13th because Freddy was Jason was supernatural. And then probably Halloween. Those would be the five. No, Evil Dead. Right, scratch that. Evil Dead. Awkward Blurred Girl. Evil Dead is more than a decent series. That might be my favorite horror franchise of all time. Those movies are insane. They're disgusting. I don't even like body horror, but they're disgusting, but they're funny at the same time. I would say Evil Dead, Friday the 13th, the Child's Play movies, Final Destination. I don't really care about the Jason movies like that. People like Jason movies and they enjoy it. I don't really be caring about those movies like that. Um Halloween, I say I'll put there just because Busta Rhymes drop kick Michael in one of the movies. Now, if we're doing, because that's the thing I would say, Master Magnetism. Like Friday the 13th originally would have been a slasher flick, but when they introduced the supernatural aspect, I think it changes. And then also this Hellraiser, I don't really care for those movies like that. Body horror is not my thing. Master Magnetism, that's a spicy hot take. What about Saw? Saw is not up there. Bro said Sharknado. Saw is not up there for me. I don't really like the Saw movies. I saw Saw 2 in the movies, and that was decent, but I don't care. Yeah, if you ever seen the movie The Collector, it was only two of them, but that one is really good. You gotta do Cell starring J-Lo and Vince Vaughn. Is that one ridiculous? Who's the villain in that movie, Alex Black? Is it Vince Vaughn? So, you mean Seen It? So, imagine, this movie is called Seen It. Slash is a subgenre of horror. That's what I would say. Evil Dead. Evil Dead is a classic. I love those movies. Excuse me. There's a lady that's actually having a beef with Jeepers Creepers online. Jeepers Creepers, there's like a crazy backstory behind that because the creator of Jeepers Creepers he's a creeper. Sharknado ain't horror and trash, but I seen them all. Sharknado is kind of horror, right? Jerome Danvers said Alien. That's horror too. See, it's hard to put these together. Alien is definitely horror. Jason didn't show up until the 20th installment. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I don't know. I would say, okay. So now I'm just gonna go overwhelming for me. The franchises I like. Alien is up there. Friday the 13th. Not Friday the 13th, I'm sorry. Nightmare on Elm Street series. I think those two are up there. Final Destination is up there. And those are the three I'm thinking right now. Then there's Evil Dead is up there. And then I don't know about the fifth one. OG Halloween, Dr. Loomis was a G. I didn't see that one. Jason showing up in the 20th installment and taking over, putting the franchise on his back like this is gangster. Scream might need to be its own category because it's a critique on other slashers. The horror movie formula in itself. It's like Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods to me might be the best horror movie of all time. Yeah, I said it. And I don't even like a dude, but Cabin in the Woods to me might be the best horror movie of all time. I love that movie right there. That's for my people in the street. Swiss Beats. That's a fact. Yoka, DM, what? Who said Sharknado ain't horror? I don't know, Black Guy Tonight, but you reading Riot Act. Halloween 3 ruined the series. I remember the first two Halloweens are really good. There's a running series that Jason Voorhees is a deadite. Apparently, his mother revived him with the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. See, that would make sense then. That would make sense. But then if he was a deadite, he should talk. Deadites be cracking jokes. And they be talking crazy. Can you fart the alphabet for my birthday? Yeah, I'm going to start reading some of the troll comments because the troll comments be hilarious. You said couldn't fart that. That's pause, bro. The villain in a cell is the guy that plays Kingpin in the Daredevil. Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio. That's my guy. That's my guy. You wouldn't say that if you got eaten by a shark in the staircase on the 39th floor of a Midtown skyscraper. But you gotta watch OG Halloween. I have, man. I have. The OG Halloween is classic. Don't get me wrong. Rob Zombie did some banger horror movies too. See, I wasn't really into the Devil. The Devil's Rejects was all right, but I wasn't really. I'm not really into Rob Zombie's horror movies. They're a little too like. You ever watch a horror movie from a director that you feel like he really be doing shit? Like he done got away with some real bizarre shit. That's what Rob Zombie reminds. Like I don't know about him, bro. Amityville Horror. Is that a? I don't know if that's a franchise. That's a like a. Oh, The Conjuring. The Conjuring. Um, The Exorcist. Did y'all see the first What's that movie? It was shit. There's a movie that's a prequel to The Exorcist. That's fire, yo. I don't remember. I think it's called The First Exorcism or something like that, but it's a prequel to The Exorcist. And I'm telling you, if y'all did not see that movie, that shit is fire, yo. It's crazy, but it's fire. It's about this nun. No, no, no. My bad. It's not a prequel to The Exorcist. It's a prequel to The Omen. The first Omen, yo, the first Omen is fire. I don't care what nobody say. Omen is another horror movie, like classic. I would put Tales from the Hood in there, but I feel like they kept doing straight to DVD ones, and I ain't with that. Horror movies has a more atmospheric element to it. Also, the characters are usually going through something that would be viewed by other people as normal because no one else sees the supernatural. I mean, I guess I can see that. The Exorcist is the scariest movie of all time, in my opinion. You know, people be saying that The Exorcist is the scariest movie of all time. And I don't know. It is a bit the supernatural movies, depending on I know people love Sinister. Like one of my homeboys says Sinister is like he thinks that's a really good horror movie. I've never seen it. Um The Exorcist is up there. I ain't gonna lie. Exorcist movies is up there. Um those are creepy ass movies. Like that the first one, okay, I wanted to do the first one, but in the OG Halloween, Michael Myers drives. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, Alex Black. Michael Myers does not drive a car. Oh, the Poltergeist is hilarious. The Poltergeist is the first horror movie that I used to watch as a kid and not be scared. It had to be PG-13. Because the Poltergeist is the first horror movie. I'm like, this is not really that scary. It's a classic. I would want to do The Shining at some point, but I don't know when. Said Rob Zombie be low-key snitching on him. So, yeah, I don't know about him, bro. Ren Wilson, Dominion. Apparently, Jason Voorhees is a special kind of deadite. That's crazy. Black Pilot, appreciate you for the $5, brother. Andres Martinez, appreciate you for the $2. Check out the movie The Guyver. I feel like you've been telling me about The Guyver for longest, so I might have to look at that. I feel like I seen The Guyver when I was a kid. It's all for you, Damien. I know I'm in a minority, but I'm gonna have to watch Halloween 3 for curiosity. It got a cult following. Really? A Man Called Plush? Hold on, let me look, see what y'all talking about. I will not watch The Exorcist to this day. Black Guy Tonight be scary when it comes to horror movies, though. I be trying to get him to watch stuff. Like, I'm like, you should watch Weapons. He will not watch that shit. I gotta tell him the movie. I gotta tell him the plot, and he good with that. Hereditary, Rainbow said Hereditary was fire. I want to watch Bring Her Back. I heard Bring Her Back is on there. Richard X Golzenia. Have you seen Martyr? Now, what's that, Richard? Tell me, what's the synopsis? Give me the synopsis. Master of Magnetism, Michael Bay. Michael Milan. There's a weird story about the Exorcist prequel movie. There are actually two different edits of it, and they were both released in theaters a year apart. That's crazy. I didn't know about that. You gotta watch, if y'all haven't, I'm telling you, I gotta watch the first Omen. That shit was fire. I watched it on a plane, and it was fire. It was just like it was like action based because it was like about this nun that was supposed to birth Damien or something like that. and I think she birthed him. I forget what happened, but it was crazy. And she was a thug. She thugged out on him, yo. Would you classify Human Centipede as horror or torture porn as a category of its own? Jerome Danvers, I'm never watching Human Centipede. I'm not categorizing that as nothing. It's disgusting. Stuff like that's just nasty to me. I'm cool. The scariest movie is the 1992 space movie. My shit's slow, or I would Google it. 1992 space. Are you talking about Event Horizon? Richard Gonzinga? You got to be talking about Event Horizon. That one's good. I'm gonna hop off live in a little bit. Thank y'all for everybody who donated, by the way. Again, if you hear and you didn't hear my spiel, if you can, there's a button up there for super likes. You could do it on videos too after I get off. Whatever works best for you. It could be $2. It could be 20. It could be whatever works best for you. It's all helpful. The Omen had a sequel book where I think it was Damien who became the president of the United States and destroyed the world. In the end, it turned out to be a dream. Okay. I know that in the Omen, the Damien does become the president, some shit like that, right? Because isn't there multiple Omen movies? Steven Spielberg directed Poltergeist. That's probably why it wasn't that scary. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, Steven Spielberg done some classics though. We ain't gonna talk about that. Merc Millie, what's goody, G? I can't even tell you, man. The whole world, everything's great. Well, as great as it can be. A man called Plush, bro. Poltergeist take me out the horror when dad screams at the landowner about removing the headstones, but not the bodies. Why? Halloween season of the witch is trash. I don't remember that one. Halloween 3 is terrible. Mike not even it. X squeeze me. Boom boom boom. Do you tell Black Guy Tonight the plot of the movies in the So Imagine? Nah, I don't. I don't do that. David Cronenberg's The Fly is the scariest movie ever. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, Master of Magnetism. I fucking hate that movie. I was just telling my brother the other day. I hate The Fly. I've hated that movie since I was a kid. I don't like body horror, yo. I don't like when yeah, I don't like that shit, bro. Body horror make I do this. I don't like body horror, bro. I don't like it. I hate body horror. Although I do love Evil Dead, which is kind of body horror, but I mean, even with Evil Dead, I didn't watch the latest one because I don't really love body horror. So what I remember from the Fly movie is when he's like arm wrestling a dude and dude breaks his arm and the bone comes out. I'm cool. And when he starts turning into the actual Fly, no, I'm good, bro. I hate it. Google 1992 space movie. Michael Malone said, definitely don't Google that. I'm not going to. You gotta watch Dracula 2 Ascension. It's hilarious. Dracula 2 Ascension. Y'all watch Dracula 2000? The Awkward Blur Girl. M.A. is a funny horror movie with Octavia Spencer. Ma! Oh, yeah. It's not meant to be funny, but some parts make me laugh. I heard that movie is terrible. In that case, do not watch Martyrs. Wait, hold on, Jerome Danvers. Tell me what Martyrs is about. Is that the Vampire Family? Because if so, I might have seen it. That movie had everything coming to them in the Poltergeist. Family had everything coming to them in the Poltergeist. How dare they live in a house that's over an Indian burial ground? That's a fact. I don't know what they thought was going to happen. They did an Omen parody on American Dad. Hey, yo, Master Magnetism. I saw that shit in the movie theater. Some of Jess Goldberg's finest. I hate that movie. I don't know how you sat through that in the movies, bro. Guyver is B-movie cheese, but the practical effects are sick. Guyver 2, Dark Hero. I feel like I've seen Guyver. I feel like we had that on VHS when I was a kid. All right, Luffy and Dio. I forgot Luffy and Dio was here. This is the ultimate hater right here. The hater of all haters, and this is my man Straw Hat Luffy. You know what I'm saying? You know how you give it up. So Videodrome is passed. What's Videodrome? Name withheld. Have you watched Black Summer on Netflix? Alex Black? No, I have not. You gotta tell me what that's about. I don't drink coffee. Gerald Butler's Hot Topic, wet dream of what a vampire would be like. No Martyr is an effed up movie in French with subtitles. But what is it about though? Martyrs is the French torture slash porn body horror religious persuasion told in 3 parts. Hard to watch for me. Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm cool. I'm cool on Martyr. I'm cool on that, brother. Dracula 2 Ascension is the sequel to Dracula 2000. I didn't even know that. BDPGP. Zeus, how you feeling? How you living? I'm feeling good. I'm living good. Black Summer is a zombie show on Netflix. I seen that one. I seen Black Summer. I watched Black Summer. That was dope. That's with the dude that looked Filipino. That was a gangster. He was figuring it out. All right. It was made by the same guy that did The Fly. It had a lot of body horror. Yeah, I'm cool on that shit, bro. So imagine Final Destination was hilarious, fam. Appreciate you, bro. Put a lot of work into that. What up, everybody? BDPGP, you came in right when I was about to skedaddle off the live, man. Which you came in a little bit earlier. I'm about to get off here because I need to cook something. It's time to make dinner. The original anime OVA of the Guyver Doe. Fire. You had that. I seen a live action one too. Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat plays the priest in Dracula Ascension. That's crazy. All right. So, unfortunately, I need to skedaddle because I need to make myself some goddamn dinner. Thank y'all for pulling up. Shout out to everybody who donated. If you still want to donate, if you still want to send me something, you can always super like on any of the videos on the channel. We dropping some new stuff this week. I'm working on Phantom Blood, which is, hold on, let me show y'all my because I don't feel like y'all understand. The Ultimate Hater, Dio, Phantom Blood, the first JoJo story. I'm working on a couple episodes for that. Probably like 6 that'll come out, not this week, but probably next week. We got an 80s compilation coming up. We got a second 80s compilation probably coming up, which would be Thundercats and Visionaries and stuff like that. So we got a lot of stuff in the works. So watch the channel. Stay in tune and booty shorts. All right, y'all. Peace.